Hi, today we're going to be doing a video on a neutral, quick and easy eyeshadow look. It's the same look that I wore in my eyebrow video, so if you want to refer back to that, feel free. It's also the look that I'm wearing on this eye, and it's super simple, quick, and easy. It's great for moms on the go, for students, for those people who don't have a lot of time in the morning to get ready but want to look put together. It's also great for those of you who are a little bit intimidated by using more than one color. This is a great transition into the realm of multiple colors on your lid. So to begin, I put on my foundation. I already have my eyebrows filled in. That's something you want to do. I do my foundation after a lot of the time in case I get fallout, but it's up to you when you do that. And the products you're going to need, we'll start out with a cream eyeshadow. This is by L'Oreal. It's called Aqua Proof. And I like this because it's super fast. Cream eyeshadows are probably the best thing out there if you're busy because they apply color quickly, you rub it in, and you're done. So this one is a shade darker than my skin tone, shade or two, and that's what you want. So make sure the cream eyeshadow that you start out with, your base, is a shade or two darker than what you normally wear. I mean, your skin tone. And your second color will be a shade or two darker than your first color. Your third color is going to be a shade or two lighter than your first color. You're also going to need an eyeliner. I choose, most of the time I'll wear this eyeliner. It's by MAC and it's Dip Down, and it's from their Fluid line. It's a long wearing color, so I love that it lasts. I don't like to do reapplications throughout the day. I just don't have time, so I love that eyeliner for that reason. You want a makeup brush, one to apply the color and one to blend. Now I use one that is kind of like a dual duty brush. I can apply the color because the bristles are tight at the base, so I can pack the color on, and the end is flimsy and great for blending. If you are wondering the difference between a blending brush and just a regular eyeshadow brush, what the difference is the bristles are different. The tighter the bristles, the more color application you're going to get, and the more flimsy and long the bristles, the more you're going to be using that brush for blending. So, like I said, I love this brush because it's a double duty brush, and that saves me a lot of time to have one brush instead of two. I also like to use a mascara that is waterproof. This is Voluminous by L'Oreal, number 360. I recommend this to a lot of people that like waterproof, and this is probably a good universal mascara. It's not expensive and it stays on a long time and it does its job. It's not amazing, but it's not awful either, so I think it's my go-to mascara. And if you want an eyelash curler, that always helps to apply your mascara. Okay, so we're going to start out with the first color. That's just a shade or two darker, or about a shade lighter, a shade darker than my skin tone. And I just apply it on the lid and up to the crease. And then I'll rub it in. And blend it out. Then I'll grab my second color that's darker than my first. And when applying your crease color, you just want to stay on the outer third part of your eyelid. And I kind of visualize a triangle, the point being right here, an edge right here, a point right here, and a point right here, and an edge right there. So just pack on the color. We'll get to blending in a second. Clean off my brush and then begin blending the edges, diffusing the line, softening any harsh edges you see. The key to using multiple colors is being able to blend them into each other so you don't see the transition. Now I like to do everything twice just to really get the color in and everything settled into my lid. So I'm repeating the first step by packing the color in, cleaning off the brush, and blending, going into my crease, out a little bit past to blend the color, and then blending on the lid. And a good rule of thumb of where to stop doing the darker color is to just line up your brush against the corner of your eye and angle it upward to your eyebrow. You don't want to go past that. It tends to drag the eye down, so just make sure you keep your shadow in that area. And now for the third color, I just clean off my brush, and this I'm just packing it into my corner, inner corner. That gives you an awake look. It makes your eye look more bright and open. Works great if you're feeling tired and you don't look so bright-eyed. This will do it. And if you want to go for an extra pop, you can get a color that has more shimmer in it. I like to use Maybelline's roll-on eyeshadow. It's kind of like a silvery white color. I'll just dab it into the corner of my eye and then fade the lines out just for a little extra pop. You want to go for something that has shimmer in it, whether it's a lot or a little bit. You just will get better results if you use a shimmer shadow. That's in the inner corner, not for any other highlights. Shimmers aren't the best for your brow bone and things like that. So next I'm going to grab my eyeliner. Now for the eyeliner, I like to use the gel eyeliner like I said, so that requires a brush. And this is my all-time favorite brush right now, and it has been for a long time. It's by Mirabella. It's really thin, and most importantly, it has short bristles, which lets you have more control and more room for error, and that's something that we could all use, I'm sure. Sometimes I don't have the steadiest hand, so this is a great brush for beginners as well. So I like to start about halfway into my eye, and I make sure I get into the base. That's really important when you're doing your eyeliner, whether you like your line thick or thin. You want to start right at the base and work your way out. Anytime you decide to not go in all the way, you want to make sure you fade the line that you have gradually. So you don't want a blunt edge. The eye tends to look at the blunt edge rather than the pretty line that you have everywhere else. So I just do mine about halfway because it's more flattering on my eye shape, but it's a personal thing, personal preference. So do whatever you feel most comfortable doing. I also like to angle mine upward. It just gives a lifting effect. I'm going to go in here and just diffuse the line a little bit more. Okay, and then for the bottom, since it is a neutral eye look and it's not a nighttime look, I'm going to just go into my lash line, which is the bottom of your, or where the lashes grow out of. If you want a more dramatic look, you can always go on your waterline, which is that skin in between your eyeball and your lash line. And the effect I like to give is that the outer corner is darker and the inner corner is lighter. It's just a more flattering look. So I started at the beginning when I had most product on my brush I started out here and I worked my way in, which helps give that effect. And then I just connect the line with the top and I finish what I was doing up here. And that's about all you need for the eyeliner. For the eyelashes, you want to get an eyelash curler that you're comfortable using and clamp it down at the base and work your way out. Clamp it down a few times. Kind of think of a J shape. You don't want a sharp line that just goes straight up. It just doesn't look very natural. So after that, I'll grab my mascara, start on the bottom. I like to wiggle my brush back and forth at the base because it gets more product on the base and it creates more of a false lash effect. So if you don't have time for false lashes, which is most of us, that's as close as you can get to getting that look. That's kind of the key, so just keep in mind you want more mascara on the base of your lashes than on the ends. Okay, and then I just do a second coat. And apply a little more, and if you want you can do 3 coats, but for time's sake I'm just going to do 2. Make sure they're all in place before it dries. And another thing I like to do is once it's a little bit tacky, I'll just clamp the ends together. My eyelashes like to split up, so this is just something that helps keep them looking natural. So here's the finished quick and easy neutral eye look. Now, whether you're a professional or a beginner, I'm hoping you picked up on some new tips, and I encourage you to try using different textures like a cream eyeshadow or a mousse eyeshadow. And even further, you can try doing different versions of this eye with different colors. And most of all, I hope it saves you on time, because I know we're all busy, but we all want to look good at the same time. So hopefully this video helps you. Let me know if you have any questions, and good luck.